Hello, hello.
Hello everyone.
Who's going to join us?
Who will be the first today? Where are you?
Yay! Who's first?
Nobody, I can't see anyone. Oh,
Olayemi! Yay! Success! Hello, Ladi. How are you? Good evening. Olayemi, good evening. Good evening, Oluwatoyin. Hello, Lisa.
who else is there? Hello Paul. Sir Paul, how are you? Thanks for joining us. Shalom. Hello Esther, darling, how are you? Innocent, Sir Innocent, thanks for joining us. Adebonojo.
Adebonojo.
Okay.
Welcome, guys. As you're coming in, you know what to do. Please do the honors and share. Hello, Patrick. Hello, Flora. Good evening, everyone. Today we are doing attributes of Dr. Sunday that we love, attributes that were given to him by DSA family. So we're going to discuss the attribute grateful. I'm sure that you've seen it on the title. So please join us and invite more people to join. So thank you all for sharing. I'm thanking you in advance. Hello, Yetunde. Dr. Sunday is in the house. He may or he may not join us. I don't know. But we have enough people in the house today to discuss these attributes. And as you know, you can also phone us if you would like to discuss it with us live on Facebook. Attributes of Dr. Sunday we love, which is grateful today. So I'm going to turn the camera so that you can see the people that are here already, just to say, so that you know it's not just our pretty face.
Yeah.
But I'm going to turn the camera right now. Whoa, look who we've got here. Egg mistress. Principal, oh excuse me. Principal. We've also got Maria. And we've got Mrs. Sharon Kerr. Carol Wise is here, as you all been asking by popular demand. Carol Wise is here. ID is hiding somewhere. I can't move the camera too much, so unless it comes to the eye level, I would be able to show him. So guys, thank you for joining us again. I hope you've all shared. We're going to have a good time. Well, an interesting time. You know, sometimes when I say good time, I feel like I'm trivializing this and I just want to have fun all the time. But it's not the case. I'm just encouraging us to join us and listen together. So today we're discussing attributes. As I have said earlier, Dr. Sunday is in the house. So he may or may not join us. I'm not sure if he's going to join, but there's enough of us here to discuss, and also you guys can also share your thoughts on the attributes that we want to discuss grateful. You don't have to discuss it in relation to Dr. Sunday. You can discuss it how you think it fits you or your life or what you know about these attributes grateful. So I'll allow Pastor Nikki. She doesn't like being called Pastor, but I'm used to calling her Pastor Nikki. So Pastor Nikki to talk, and I'll keep quiet for a minute.
All right, we have said share, right? Now it's time to invite your friends to know that we are on, and share in the groups that you belong to too. Okay, volume please. And share in the groups that you belong to. I hope the volume is better now. So the attribute is grateful. Grateful. That's one of the attributes of Dr. Sunday Adelaja. And I'm sure that each and every one of you have something to say about that. And Mayowa, you say that they should call. Where should they call?
Yes, I'm thinking that we should call Pastor Nikki's phone. So you can call Pastor Nikki on Messenger. So Pastor Nikki, if you're friend with Pastor Nikki, if you're not, ask to request her and call her on Messenger, Nkiru Ojumadu. So you can call it on Nkiru Ojumadu, because if you call on mine, it will be interrupted and it would affect the camera view. So Let's call on Queen Nikki. Somebody just said, Reverend Roslyn said, Queen Nikki.
Queen Nikki, okay, yeah.
Yes. So if you can call us on Queen Nikki's messenger, that would be great. You can join us in this conversation about the attributes of Dr. Sunday that we love, or the attributes grateful just because you want to talk about this attribute. Okay, so for those of you that are wondering where Dr. Sunday is, Dr. Sunday is in the house, but he's not here with us. So let me tell you a little bit about attributes and why we're discussing attributes. This is for the new people, because sometimes I assume that we're all family and we all know each other. Yes, we are, but we don't know everything. We didn't start right from the beginning together. We all joined at different times. So if you're new to this page, you're new to Dr. Sunday's page. This is Dr. Sunday Adelaja's page. My name is Mayowa. This is Nkiru Ojimadu. My name is Mayowa Olaya, and this is Nkiru Ojimadu. We're discussing attributes today, which is this program. We have 3 different programs at 7 p.m. Ukraine time, and with usually attributes or kingdom fruits, or we have a book review at 7 p.m. So today we are discussing attributes. What is attributes about? These attributes during Dr. Sunday's Golden Jubilee, which was from the month of, it was in the month of May, but we started the celebration very early. During this time, we asked people, which are mostly Dr. Sunday Adelaja family, which are on Facebook, we call them DSA family, to choose to tell us an attributes. We told them to tell us an attributes of Dr. Sunday that they love, and they came up with so many attributes, but we were only able to choose 50 of those attributes to display and to share with you. So we have 50 attributes. We selected 50 because it was Dr. Sunday's Golden Jubilee. He was 50, and we thought 50 was the right number to select for this celebration and to share with others. And of that 50, we're talking today or discussing attribute number 3, which is grateful. We've discussed number 1, 2, and we skipped 3 and discussed 4 as well. But now we're going in the order, and we're discussing attribute number 3, which is grateful. I will just show you here what it looks like, the attributes. This is the view. So somebody help me with this. So these are the, thank you. Ooh, not me. Okay. So these are the attributes. As you can see there are 50 in total, and we're discussing number 3. I don't know if you can see it properly. Thank you. So these are we will gain focus. No. Okay. So here are the attributes. It's a 50 attributes of Dr. Sunday Adelaja by DSA family. So that's what we're discussing right now, and we are on number 3, which is grateful. Thank you guys. Thanks for your help. So thank you guys. So that's the background to this attributes and why we have a program on it where we're discussing it, because during the anniversary when everybody was sharing their attributes and we're collating the attributes, we didn't really have time to discuss it and share our opinion and why we think these attributes are great attributes of Dr. Sunday, or that they're great attributes at all, and what it means also to have that attributes. So that's the reason why we have these programs at 7 p.m. Discussing DSA attributes and other things from 7 p.m. Ukraine time. Also, just remember that we have another program this evening at 9 p.m. where Dr. Sunday is teaching on, is your church a cult or not? So that's an explosive program. Everyone needs to come to that just to learn what it's like, or what cult looks like, or what a cult function is, or how cults are, or how churches have become cults. So join us later for that. So right now we're going to start with these attributes now. I hope it's all clear to you, and I hope you guys will be able to join us in discussion as well. So you can call on Pastor Nikki, or no, don't let me confuse you. You can call on Nkiru Ojumade's messenger. Nkiru Ojumade's messenger. But before we start, there's an announcement, a very important announcement that somebody wants to make. So I'm going to turn the camera to the person right now. Okay, Reverend Rosalind, it's 7 p.m. Ukraine time for this attributes or kingdom fruits or book review, and 9 p.m. Ukraine time for the whatever the series is. Currently we're working on the series, Is Your Church a Cult or Not? So please join us for that later on. That's Dr. Sunday that's actually teaching that. Sometimes we're featuring it, sometimes we don't. So I hope to see you in that. So now the first announcement, the announcement will go, and then we will get on with these attributes. Hold on. Okay.
Hello, my name is Babu, and I'm glad to be here. So I want to make an announcement about History Makers Training. We have 2 of this training that are coming up. First, we have Train the Trainer, which is coming up July from the 25th to the 29th of July. And for you to be in this training, you have to at least graduate previous HMT for you to be able to be in this training. But if you have not graduated any HMT, it is okay. You can also, register for the one coming up November, from the 6th of November this year, 2017. And the second training we have, History Makers Training, is in August from the 8th to the 11th, which is the Teenage HMT. This is really exciting because it's really, really going to be special. And I am working towards it. I'm working hard towards it. And I'm inviting all parents and all teenagers to please register and come. So we are waiting for you, and we are excited and looking forward to seeing you. If you want to register, you can go to sundayadelajablog.com/visit and register, or you go to the God@guestembassy.org and write us an email, and we'll get in touch with you. Or you can also get me on WhatsApp. My number is +3809363304005. Again, +3809363304005. Thank you.
Thank you, Principal Babu. That's Principal Babu. Her name is Babusha, so we call her Babu. And she's usually the principal. You get to know when you come, or if you've been already, you would already know her. There are 2 HMTs, as she's just announced. The first one is for Train the Trainers. So the people that are expected, or the criteria of people that can attend that, are those that have previously attended at least one HMT in the past. So they can also attend this one for the trainers. You will get a certificate, and you will be able to train other people or hold a HMT in your various locations. Then there is another one which is for the youth or teenagers. Is it teenagers or youth? Teenagers. This is a teenage one, and this is in August. So Babuchi just invited, we have all invited you as parents to also get your children to attend this. This is going to be a fantastic opportunity for your children to start early. Some of the things that we're learning now at this very ancient age, they can start learning them very early and benefit from it, because the sooner the better. So those are the 2 main HMTs, and also there's going to be another one in November, and that's for those that haven't attended any HMT and would like to attend HMT, or even if you have attended an HMT, you just want to come over again and refresh yourself. It's always a benefit in attending HMT. So you can also attend that in November. For the numbers and the dates, I will put them up onto the comment section. I'll try and do that at some point. If not, I will put it on Dr. Sunday's page so that you'll be able to see this information and read it at your own convenience. So I'm losing my breath because there's so many people around me right now, and I feel like they should be talking, and I can just for a bit. Okay, so I'm going to hand over to Pastor to Nkiru Ojumadu to take the floor.
All right. Before we start dealing with this attribute, grateful, I want to say something. When I first saw the review or the broadcast on this topic, attributes of Dr. Sunday Adelaja, I was like, we just finished the 3-day birthday. Why are we still dealing on this again? Why must we keep on talking about DSA, you know? But when we watch these programs, I get to learn a lot. I get to get some knowledge and some wisdom that I understood that this is not about DSA. It's about self-development. It's for us all to know the kind of attribute and the kind of character that we should put or we should build in ourselves. Okay? So if you are like me, that is worrying or wondering why are we discussing all these things, just fasten your seatbelt, put on your learning hat and your learning cap, and listen to everyone that is going to speak, because everyone has something to say on this topic. So the attribute we are trying to, or we are discussing today, is called grateful. Each one of you knows the meaning of grateful, yeah? So you can put in the comments what you understand by grateful, or what DSA means to you. Have you consider him as somebody that is grateful? Okay, while the other people in the room share their own view. And I think we will start with Dr. Success. So let me turn the camera to her, to him, I'm sorry. Oh. There he is, okay. One of the latest doctors in town, Dr. Success.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. My name is Success. Such a privilege for me to be in the room tonight while we are discussing one of DSA's finest attributes. I say finest because for me, this attribute we are discussing tonight is one thing that I've always admired about Dr. Sunday Adelaja. It's very, very special. We are discussing grateful. Grateful in the sense that you show appreciation to people. You cherish people. You make them know that you value them. You appreciate them just being human beings, first of all. And then you appreciate them, very importantly also, for the fact that you are privileged to have them around you. You know, these things are very, very peculiar. We live in a world today where we treat people like we are always going to be with each other forever. Parents treat their kids like they will always have them in the house forever. Husbands treat their wives like they will always be married to that woman forever. But marriage, I think, is just only on earth. You know, we treat our guests like we always have them in our house forever. We treat our classmates, our schoolmates like they are always going to be there forever. And that's why we are often not grateful to them. We are not grateful for having them. So we treat people shabbily. We, sometimes we, maybe through our words or through our actions, we are not grateful. We are not appreciative that we have the mere privilege of meeting people. And this is one thing we have learned through Pastor Sunday. He's always grateful, he's so appreciative that the way I see it, the way he relates with people is that he always feels like he is the one privileged to meet you. No matter who you are, it's not a matter of status. Like, let's say, for example, I meet the president of a country today. I will feel privileged, I will feel honored that I met the president. So the question would now be, would I have that same gratefulness, that same attitude, if I meet just an ordinary, a pauper or somebody who wanders on the street? And this is one character, one self-development attribute of Pastor Sunday. He has worked himself to that extent that it doesn't matter who you are, the same gratefulness he shows when the president walks into the room, it's the same gratefulness he shows when the security man or whoever you are walks into the room. Just grateful that I have the privilege, the honor of meeting at least somebody today. So I think this is a very, very, if I have the chance to say again, maybe I will elaborate more on that. But in the meantime, I better allow other people to talk about that attribute of gratefulness.
Wow. I say Dr. Success is in the house. I love the way he described it, you know. He is so right, because each time you meet Pastor Sunday, even if you met him yesterday, the way he greets you, let me give you a practical example. Whenever I come to Dr. Sunday's house, he bows down to greet me. But where we are from, we are taught that the less successful is supposed to bow to the more successful. Or the younger one is supposed to bow to the elder one. But here you see humility in the flesh. You see gratefulness. He uses that to show you that you are always welcome. I'm so grateful that you are coming here. You know, just like he was teaching yesterday about the book, that everything he does them consciously. Okay? So this is how he showed gratefulness. Not just by the way he greets you, by the way he treats you. Each time you meet him, you feel like you are the president of the world or something. Or when you come up to him with an idea, the way he will, the way he will make you so big that you will just run with that vision and idea, and you go and develop yourself. That is why everybody that has humbled himself or herself to learn from him have achieved so much in so much little time. We have been hearing the kingdom fruits, what people have done within 6 weeks and 6 months and 1 month of watching Dr. Sunday Adelaja. It's just because of this heart of gratefulness. And I can say that gratefulness is one of his secrets, because when you're grateful, you become more successful. Anybody that is truly successful has a very large heart of gratefulness, and that is what I personally see in Dr. Sunday Adelaja. But meanwhile, okay, Queen Mayowa is back.
Hello guys.
Yeah.
I was here listening to Dr. Success and Pastor Nikki, and I actually learned as well. When Pastor Nikki started the introduction and said, talking about these attributes, that the way she was feeling about it initially, and that we should all listen and we would learn something. I was thinking to myself that she's got a good point, but I understood where why we started the program. So I thought she's got a good point, but maybe I'll learn something too. I always learn something in these programs, but I really catch up very quickly on this occasion, because I usually learn towards the end. But I learned something about what Dr. Success has just said in terms of being grateful, and the angle that he came out with it, with the angle of appreciating each other and not taking each other for granted. I wasn't even looking at it, in that way at all. So again, I'm grateful for the fact that we're all here to give each other to understanding from different angles. But that angle in terms of how we take each other for granted, and then Pastor Nikki started her examples with what happens every time she comes here, even though she comes here maybe at least 2-3 times a month. Yeah. It's almost like it's the first time. Yeah. Or I haven't seen you for a long time. So that's an attribute that Dr. Sunday displayed very well, to be grateful for everybody. But what I also want to say about this that I remembered was that Dr. Sunday has talked about, if you know Dr. Sunday and you know about his background, and I was thinking, how did he cultivate this attitude so well? Because I've been in this house for a few months now, and I see that every time with everybody, not just certain people, very consistent with that attitude. And I was thinking to myself that how did he cultivate this? And it just occurred to me that if you remember his story about him growing up and with his grandmother, and losing his grandmother at an early age, when he felt like he hasn't rewarded her or be grateful for how everything that his grandmother did for him, that he vowed that he would never leave. He would love and care for people and be grateful to people with every opportunity that he gets. That was he said that so many times, because I was thinking, how did he do this so consistently? As I was listening to Success and I was listening to Pastor Nikki, I was thinking, how can somebody be grateful all the time? And grateful to people as well, not just grateful for his own life, but grateful for the people. And I just remembered that story that he told us, and he also said, I mean, this is the story that he tells in some pain, but also in the gladness that he's at least is able to do something. That he vowed that he would always treat people well, and he would always treat them, appreciate them for when they're around, because he never thought that he was going to lose his grandmother when he lost his grandmother, and he was never able to reward her or do anything good for her. You know, he was always at that time he was a child that, you know, I don't want to say it's a child of pain, but it is what it is. It was he didn't give the grandmother the love, the respect, the honor, everything that she deserved. So he was determined that with everybody that he meets, he would show that love that he didn't show his grandmother. I remember him saying that. I stand to be corrected, but that's what I recall.
Yeah, I remember
when
too.
Oh, okay. So so that's how. So I can come to the. I've come to the understanding now that that's one of the strong core reasons for him to be able to be grateful. But there are many other reasons, because Dr. Sunday, in terms of human behavior and character, he surpasses many people. He's very in touch with a lot of things. But the angle that I want to talk about his gratitude, or what I've learned from him in terms of being grateful, is that he really understands our shortcomings as human beings, you know, and the shortcomings of everybody around him. You know, during the question time, you wouldn't know, some people might not know about the question time, but there was a session that we had with Dr. Sunday where we were asking questions, and we asked questions about the people around him, and, you know, knowing what he knows, and his ability, his level of understanding. Somebody that's living 300 years ahead of him now, how does he even cope with people that I'm probably living 10 years behind myself right now? So how does he cope? And, you know, his answer to that question is, to me, is that he's just grateful for the God in everybody. He's grateful for the individual that and he sees the God in us. He sees that God created us. He appreciates us for that. So he still doesn't undermine anybody. He doesn't undermine your level of understanding. He doesn't belittle you for your own lack of understanding or lack of ability. He appreciates it. He understands it. So to me, that is a heart of gratitude. You know, to be able to appreciate everybody at the level that they are, without judgment, without being judgmental, without being condescending, without being belittling anybody. You know, just loving you for the way that you are, and just being there as best as he can, as you are. You know, so for me, I think that that's a heart of gratitude for human being, a heart of gratitude for individual as a person, and a heart of gratitude for the person's as a creation of God. So I see I'm learning a lot from that, and I'm also learning to be tolerant. I think if you're ungrateful, you will not be tolerant. You know, so he's also tolerant. So that aspect of him, I'm learning to develop that gratitude, because sometimes I personally think that gratitude is just when you're grateful when somebody gives you a gift or someone does something nice to you. Now that's, you know, you should be grateful. That's a given. Or say thank you. You know, you're grateful for that. But this is not what the type of grateful is. Grateful for his situation. Is grateful. I'm conscious of talking, right? But he's also grateful for whatever condition that he is in. You know, at the moment, being here in Ukraine, not being able to freely travel as he wants to, but he's still grateful for that, and he sees the benefit in that.
Right.
You know, a lot of us, whenever we're in any situation that doesn't go with our plan, we cannot be grateful. Right. It's like something has gone wrong, something is bad. So, you know, when he talked about those kind of things like condition, his situation, and he's grateful for it. He's grateful for the people that love him, and he's grateful for the people that did not love him as well. He's grateful for the people that show him love, and he's grateful for the people that show him lack of love or unkindness. Yes, he's grateful for everything because he can point out the positive in everything. Right. So for me, that's why he's that attribute is attractive, and that attribute is also what attracts me. Is part of what attracts me to him, because he was also grateful for his situation as growing up as a child and being in such a very terrible situation for so many years. And he can see, even now, he's still saying that I'm so grateful that I went through that. You know, if he tells us any story, he'll say, "Oh, when I was a child and they used to hit me in the head like this." You know, a lot of people will speak about their past in bitterness, but he speaks about it in gratitude. Right. So that really changed my whole perspective of even how I think, how I behave, how I see things, to start to see things for the positive and know that everything works for good. Right. You know, and you know, he's also talks about good and bad energy and everything being necessary. So that's what I want to say about him and gratitude.
Okay.
Yes.
I think we should continue with the other people, then later we come back.
Okay. All right. Who else wants to speak?
Yeah.
Okay. We've got somebody else. Yay!
So hi once again, everybody. First, I want to say that I have never ever seen anybody that is so detailed like Pastor Sunday. Wow. He is so detailed that he noticed what you never will ever even imagine. Like the list of things that you can imagine. When he sees you, he sees that detail and he uses it to welcome you. So it's so warming and so overwhelming that when you see you, like, oh, wow. And then he makes sure that he looks for something to appreciate you. There is no how you come around Pastor Sunday and he will just like, oh, you're welcome. And no, he will definitely make sure he looks for something in you that even you're not aware of. I'm going to use my nails as an example. As you can see, I'm having a white nails. The first time I came around him for a very long time, and we're all sitting, you know, we're just, you know, talking, nothing was really happening. And then he was looking, and I see that he was looking. I was like, okay, what's happening? The next time, like when I was, you know, busy, you know, he just came and said, "Ooh, is that white nail polish?" I say, yes. He said, I'm just seeing this for the first time. I have seen red, blue, yellow, but white, ooh. And to me, it was just like, okay. So that is really an awesome attribute. You know, he is so grateful for little things. He looks for things in people to be grateful of, and there is no how you wouldn't want to be around such person. It's just amazing. So I can go on and say more, but I think that I'll really hold on to. I really appreciate that about him, that whenever you come, he will always make you smile. There is no how you just be sad around him. It's not possible. Even if you're depressed, I'm telling you, if you're depressed, you come around here, I give you 60 seconds. Something is going to happen. Like, it's like magic. He's just going to say something that everything is solved. So I really appreciate that about him. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Babu.
Thank you.
Okay, Mrs. Sharunke, you ready?
Wow. Hello, everyone. Good to see all of you on the platform. Wow. If grateful were a pie, there's no more slices left, because everybody, it was like everybody said everything, you know. But the angle that I'm looking at for the word grateful, you can also use thankful if you want, you know, it's sort of similar. I can say that I learned from Pastor Sunday what it means to be grateful. And the angle that I learned in this area was, he calls it the highest level of gratitude. And I see him giving God the highest level of gratitude. And he describes it that if you really want to show your gratefulness to him, when you bring the kingdom fruits from all that he has been teaching, that really shows that you are truly thankful. But I also see that with him in relationship with God. I'm looking at his gratefulness to God. I mean, my imagination, this is my imagination. I see Pastor Sunday at least 2-3 times in a day bringing kingdom fruits to the throne of God. It's like, yeah, okay, God, yeah, I'll be back. And go again, bring the kingdom fruits. I mean, and, you know, God is just delighted. I mean, what other way to give thanks to God? Because as we mentioned, we have a program that's called Kingdom Fruits. And these are people like me, like many of us that have spoken, that have been listening to Pastor Sunday for a while. And actually now, you know, projects are being born, lives are being transformed, minds are being renewed in kingdom knowledge. And so Pastor Sunday is bearing kingdom fruits all the time, and he's able to bring his fruits to bear fruits also. So he has taught us not only to be grateful, but to understand the highest level of grateful, that the things of God that we hear, that we learn about, use them to bring fruit, show evidence that God has truly transformed our lives, renewed our minds, and we have evidence, we have kingdom fruits to prove it. So he is for me the biggest example that I've seen of someone that is not just grateful to all of us, you know, being here with him. I mean, you can tell his delight. It's almost like if you're not here, if you could send somebody to go find you and get you out of your room, he would want you to be here because he knows that when we are here, we're all going to grow. So he's really one that is grateful for all of us, for his life, for everything in his life, including us, that he's meeting the new people that he meets all the time. But also he's been able to teach the greatest level of gratefulness, of thankfulness, is to bear fruits. And not only does he teach it, he literally teaches step by step how to do it by using the kingdom ideas that God gives him, kingdom wisdom. And he's able to communicate that to us, and it gets us going. And we literally are seeing ourselves bear fruits that we can also now take to the throne of God and just, you know, making God pleased. So that's the way I look at gratefulness with Pastor Sunday. He does it, he teaches it, and he gives the ultimate gratefulness to God, and he's teaching us how to do the same. So I'm grateful for the experience. I'm grateful to Pastor Sunday and his family. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma. So we have ID here, ID Peters. You all know him already.
Hello everyone. Wow, I want to appreciate everyone that have contributed to the topic of the discussion, gratefulness. Oh my God, I don't have anything new to add to it, but what I really want to point out about Dr. Sunday's gratefulness is because Dr. Sunday is grateful for everybody that has come in contact with him. He is so grateful to God. And me and you, what is the lesson that we should learn, we should take it away from, we should learn from here? Is because Dr. Sunday has learned the lesson that every one of us, we are loaded with potential. So that is what he's grateful for. He does not look down on anybody because he knows that by tomorrow, if he can help that person discover his potential, that particular person can make the world a better place. Do you know a lot of people who died, maybe they had cure for cancer, they had cure for HIV, but there was no gratefulness. There was nobody to show them gratitude. You know, anytime that you are not grateful for anything, you will lose that thing. And that is just how life is. So Dr. Sunday has been able to understand this. So, you know, I had my Russian teacher, she said that she wanted to divorce her husband. I asked her why, and she said that her husband is not appreciative any longer because they have stayed for a long time. And so what am I saying? Every day we should be grateful for the people that we meet. We should be grateful. You don't know that person that you are with right now might be a president of country tomorrow. The person that you are taking for granted might be your boss tomorrow. The person that you are looking down today that has nothing, he may be the owner of the company that you write application to apply for. So as we are disciples, we are following Dr. Sunday, and so let every one of us be grateful for everybody that comes in contact with us. This is just the angle I want to contribute. Thank you.
Thank you, ID. We have Dr. Success here that wants to share more on this attribute.
Okay, thank you so much. Another way that I've seen Dr. Sunday show gratefulness for life and to God for his life is also in the use of his time. I think if a man is grateful for life, then he will be conscious of how he spends each moment and how everything that he does in a day goes. But when we are not grateful for life, we don't even know the essence. You know, we tend to blow our time anyhow. We tend to live anyhow. We tend not to be conscious of what we do and how we do them. But Dr. Sunday, I remember the celebration, at the 50th celebration, he said it again and again and emphatically that he never even knew that he was going to be 50 years, that he was going to clock 50. So, and the way he lives is such that like every single day is a gift. Like I'm so grateful to God for each day that I have, and I'm going to prove my gratefulness to God and my gratitude to God for this day in the way I go about my duties for today. So that I think is a very, very strong, is a very, very powerful way of showing gratitude. So we understand that time and life is a gift. It's not just our own to, you know, is a gift of God. And when we tend to see life that way, then we'll be careful how we spend our time, how we use our activities, or activities we engage in and all that. Because it's a very, very powerful way, just as Dr. Sunday has shown us, to show gratitude unto God. So you show gratitude to God through the productivity, you know, through the fruitfulness of your day, through personal discipline, you know, through how you engage people around you, and all of this. So I just wanted to add that as another angle to showing gratitude and gratefulness. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Success. That was great. You know, it's so great to be around intelligent people and hear what their viewpoint is and how they see a discussion or a point or a title of, you know, they are teaching me so much. First from Mrs. Sharonke, I've just learned, she came on to this angle of the scale of gratitude. I have actually forgotten about the scale of gratitude that Dr. Sunday thought. I haven't, the Russian were the people that actually pointed this out to me, that he taught them the scale of gratitude and its 11 levels. and the highest level, which was part of the competition, is contest during his Golden Jubilee, is to replicate the best in what you've learned. So if you've learned something that is good, replicate it. So in a nutshell, is to be God, to be God, or maybe Jesus. Yes, a creator. So somebody that, so when you see an attitude or anything that you admire about somebody, or if somebody did something great to you, the way to show your gratitude is not by just saying thank you. Right. Thank you is the lowest form of gratitude. The highest form of gratitude is to replicate that. So if somebody was nice to you, the best way to show gratitude is for you to be nice to other people too. Right. And to cultivate that attitude, that attribute for the rest of your life. That's what shows that you're grateful for what you've received. So it's funny that, you know, talking about this topic, gratitude, is not the first thing that I spoke about, but luckily for me, I have such intelligent people around me that they can pick up that as well. And I'm grateful that Mrs. Shoronke mentioned that. And then Dr. Success mentioned about the use of your time and being grateful to your creator, which is absolutely key. That's the reason why we're here. You know, if I'm creating something, the way that I know that what I've created is functioning well and makes me happy as a creator is for that thing to function in the purpose that I've created it for. Right. So God, for us to be grateful, to show gratitude on this earth, is also living in our purpose and using our time wisely, knowing that from the moment that we wake up in the morning, we've planned our time, we're using our time constructively, we're using our time to please our creator. So that's really key, what Dr. Success mentioned. I mean, we can't go into it in detail. We're just talking about this is a whole topic on its own. It could even be a series in the gratitude that we show our creator. So I'm grateful that Dr. Success mentioned that, and I'm also grateful that Mrs. Shoronke mentioned about the scales of gratitude and replicating ourselves, the good things that we experience, replicating that on a daily basis, and other people to be grateful to us as well. We don't have to accept thanks and gift from people. There's a very low level of appreciation or showing gratitude. The best way is to replicate what they've done for you in other people. So, to other people. So, Nkiru Ejimade will speak now.
Oh my gosh. Gratefulness is one of those platforms or foundations that DSA has built his life on. That is why you see him every day. There's a product, just like Lady Shoronke said. He just throws it up to God, you know. There you are, the kingdom fruits. There you are, the kingdom fruits. And talking about kingdom fruits, you know, when he started that program too, I'm like, kingdom fruits. Why we should be tasting again? Kingdom fruits, DSA kingdom. What are all this?
Pastor Nikki is confessing now. This is confession
My
time.
whole life is full of confession concerning Dr. Sunday. When I come to give my kingdom fruits, you will know. But when I started listening to this kingdom fruit, you can't imagine the number of strategies that I have learned from those fruits. Because Dr. Sunday Adelaja is somebody that thinks he has reasons for doing things. He doesn't just put up something to do for doing sake. He knew that when someone else shares the how-to, the way he went about something, the way he did it, where he went, you too will pick it up. It will be just like feeding you. If you've been waiting, okay, how am I going to do this? Okay, this is the way he did it. He went there, he got this paper, went and signed the other one, went and met the other people. That is exactly, you too will copy the same thing and do at the place where you are. So if you've not been watching the kingdom fruit and thinking like me, it's time for you to do, because you will get strategies of how to manifest the God, the gift, and the talents in you, in your own city, in your own town, or at least in your own family or in your street. So there is a purpose for everything. It's because of his gratitude to these people that have created some fruits that he started this kingdom fruits, and also showcasing them to show gratitude to them for being recipients of what he's been teaching. at the same time to thank God for all that He's been doing through this platform. So nothing here is a waste. You know, sometimes we, you see the number of people watching, just 36, because most people think, what are we talking about? But without gratefulness, my sister and brother, you are not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I listened to a story yesterday where one king came to a beggar, and the beggar was like, if you can fill up, if you think that you are the king or whatever, fill up my cup, So the king was like, what are you talking about? You don't know that I'm the richest man in this city. So, it's in those days. He went and he sent his servants to go and bring a bag of, coin, gold, to pour. As he keep on pouring in this cup, of this beggar's cup, the cup wasn't getting full. He sent them again, they brought another bag. They keep on pouring and pouring and pouring. The cup never got full. When he was almost about to pour the last bag of his gold, he had to fall on his knees, and beg the beggar, said, tell me, what is that thing you're talking about that I cannot give you? So he said that this cup is just like when you don't have gratitude. If you don't have gratefulness in your life, you will never be satisfied. And there will never be any success or abundance or anything. Okay? So, this is a lesson for you. Gratefulness is a huge thing. If you don't have gratitude, you will always be a beggar. That is the lesson. And that is why He is in abundance, not just financially, but I am telling you, when you come to this environment, it's a mini heaven. I am telling you, because as soon as you enter that gate, there is an air here. It's something, let's say spiritual, I don't know what it is, but there's an air here that just quickens all the cells in your body to start doing something with your life. So it is powerful. Gratefulness, gratitude is just a big thing that each and every one of us have to develop in ourselves, teach our children, teach anybody that is in our environment to do too, because without it, there is no life. Yeah.
A few people want to say something, but before I just turn the camera to them, I just want to announce to you guys, today we have a meeting of the Movement Against Deception in the church. That's 12 midnight Ukraine time. And in order to join this meeting, if you're a committee member, you're required in this meeting as a committee. If you've put your name down that you want to be a committee, you can join this meeting. And this meeting is at 12 midnight Ukraine time. That is in about 4 hours from now, just over 4 hours from now. We'll be having a meeting, and that meeting will be through Facebook group. So we will have the meeting on a live video through Facebook group. You can also talk to us through it. I will get you a number to call, or how you can call to discuss, so we can hear each other. We can all talk. It will be through Facebook group chat, and the group is Movement Against Deception in the Church. You will find the group Movement Against Deception in the Church. Is a closed group, so unless you're asked to be part of this group, you will not be able to join the meeting. So I would suggest now, please, if you're a committee member, please go onto the group and request to join, so that you could be in the meeting today or tonight or this morning, which is 12 midnight Ukraine time. We're having the first committee meeting to strategize on what we are going to do in this movement against deception in the church. So that's the announcement. I will ping this information up in this comment section so that you can read it, and I would also put it on Dr. Sunday's page. I'll put it on the movement page as well. Please share this information, because a lot of people are not watching right now, but they would need to, the information to attend the meeting later on. So it's a Facebook group chat meeting, and the group is Movement Against Deception in the Church. Join that group and attend the meeting at 12 midnight Ukraine time today. So I'm going to hand over to Dr. Success, and then somebody else wants to speak after him.
Thank you so much once again. I just wanted to also share concerning the attributes of gratefulness we are talking about, that a major way we show gratefulness is through our mood, because this is also very, very important. Depression, as we know it today, is one of the, of course, leading diseases in the world, especially in the developing world. But when we are grateful, we will be able to avoid some of these diseases, such as depression and the likes of them. I've never, ever since I met Pastor Sunday, seen him have a down mood. And I don't know how he does it. He's always laughing, he's always excited, he's always happy, he's always, and that kind of mood is what shows gratefulness. You know, grateful people are happy people. It shows in their mood, it reflects in their countenance, you know. So such is a very, very powerful one that I just thought I wanted to add it in. Pastor Sunday is always a very cheerful, happy, excited somebody, you know, always above weather, always above when it's sunny and when it's not sunny, you know. The weather doesn't control his mood, situations around him doesn't control, and that is gratefulness. You know, when it's good, you are happy, you're excited, you are grateful for it. And when it's bad, you're happy, you are grateful for the bad times also. You know, that is one characteristic that is not common. A lot of people, when we are not grateful, even when it's going good, we still look at the things that are really not as we want them. We compare ourselves to our neighbor and say, look, I've only got one, he's got two. So, you know, and because of that, we could go into depression. In fact, a lot of people who are actually depressed in the world are rich people. They have everything. But still, because they are not grateful, they tend to down spiral. But grateful people, it's not because, like Pastor Sunday has modeled for us, it's not because of what they have, it's not because of who they are, it's not because of situations and circumstances around them, it's not because of the situation in the country, it's not because of the amount of money they have in their bank account or anything. You are just grateful for life. You are just grateful for everything, for the good, for the bad, for the ugly, everything. You know that everything is adding up for your good anyways. So I wanted to add that up as a wonderful attribute of gratefulness of Pastor Sunday.
Wow, Dr. Success. You're a wise man. Wasn't that wonderful? It's just so true. But before we continue, I want to turn the camera to Dr. Heidi. Abi Professor Heidi. That's another great man right there.
I appreciate I am grateful for that title that you give me, but I don't think I need any title before or after my name. My name will always remain Heidi. Thank you so much. Hello, family. I want every one of us to be grateful for life. Whether good or bad, just be grateful. There is something good in every situation that you are in right now. The reason that you have not seen, your eyes have not opened, is because you are not grateful. So I implore you, I beg you for you to be grateful for life. How will you be grateful for life? Be grateful for every moment of your life. Whether they are good, whether they are bad, be grateful, because there are something good in everything. Everything working together for good unto them that love God. Right. Do you know, had it been God told Joseph, it will be through prison that you will become a prime minister, or you will be in jail to become a prime minister in a foreign country, he would have told God, please keep that dream. I will not believe it. I don't want it.
That's right.
But he was grateful, even in the midst of hopelessness. He was grateful, and he believed this dream, and he was grateful. So please, I want you to be grateful for life, every moment, every day. Just be grateful. And also be grateful to everyone that is around you. You don't know the person that is next to you. What I'm saying, you don't know anybody that is sitting beside you, because you don't know. He might bake something tomorrow and you say, that guy that we used to work together. I have a friend now that is a speaker of House of Assembly in my state, but he was my friend. So you see, that is how life it is. So you have to be grateful for the people who are around you. Even somebody hurt you, be grateful. Maybe God didn't want that relationship to work out. Be grateful. Maybe God deliver you for somebody to just bury you. That's your life will be somebody bury you. God deliver you from that. So be grateful. Be grateful for everything.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, ID, for that. Whoa. What's going on? All right. We are back. The NEPA took the light a little bit. They forgot we are in Ukraine. Up NEPA. So, what ID was saying is that when you are not grateful, and what Dr. Success was also saying, that when you are not grateful, you become blind. When you are not grateful, you don't see opportunities. When you are not grateful, that means you don't focus on the blessings. Blessings can mean anything. People around you, the life you've got, all God has given you, all the goodies. It's just like a married woman. Like I was speaking in a forum yesterday, I was saying that earlier in my marriage, I was not really focusing, I was not grateful for the man God has given me. I was there seeing every bad in him. But everybody that knows my husband knows that that man is a hot cake. But I did not see, because I was blind with ungratefulness until the scales fell off my eyes. You can't tell me now. I know what I've got, okay? So open your eyes to beautiful things around you. Open your eyes to people around you. And you will start seeing opportunities. Open your eyes to the nature around you, and you will start seeing opportunities. Most of us are there complaining of joblessness or whatever, poverty, is because we are so into ourselves, so we cannot see. And this is one of the foundation, I repeat again, of Dr. Sunday Adelaja. Why he is so dynamic, why he has become so phenomenal, that even when the enemy denies it, he still will come back to say, yeah. Because everyone learns from him. Everyone learns and goes to his church to preach, puts his own spice there. Okay? So, this is his foundation. This is what has made him. Gratefulness, gratitude, appreciating everyone. If you haven't been to his house, or you haven't met him, when you meet him, you will understand what we are talking about. Or even those that have not met him, the way he relates with you, even at a distance, will show you that gratitude, yeah, he really worked on himself. And he is really doing a great job in this. There are lots of 50 attributes just because it's 50th birthday. He has, I don't know how much of them, how many of those attributes that are in him, because he's somebody that has spent time to work on himself. Someone that doesn't dwell only on hallelujah and miracles and everything. He knows that if you want to get it, work it, and you will have it. And that's how he has all those good characters that are in him. And then if each and every one of us can develop that too, that's why we are sharing it. If he could do it, you can also do it. It's just a matter of working on yourself. Remove your ego. Remove your ego and be humble. Become humble. Wear your learning cap, I say again, and learn. Okay? That is what we ought to do. So, are we rounding up, or someone else is still talking? When Mayowa is here.
Hello everyone. I just want to remind everyone that we're having a committee meeting today with Dr. Sunday. It's going to be at 12 midnight Ukraine time. So everybody that have indicated that they're interested in the movement against deception in the church and they want to be a committee member. A committee member is the group of people that makes decisions, strategic plans on how we're going to move the movement forward. Those people are expected to join this meeting at midnight today. We are sacrificing the time to be up. We are usually up actually. To be up at midnight so that you guys can also join us from wherever you are all over the world. And we've made it convenient for you so that you don't have to go and look for a phone or anything other than the device that you're using to watch us right now. You can join us on Facebook, and the movement's name, as you know, is Movement Against Deception in the Church. We have a group that is titled, is of the same title. So go to that group and join the group. Until you join the group, you will not be able to participate in the meeting. So join the group as soon as possible. We've got just over 4 hours right now. You can join the group right now or anytime within the next 3 to 3.5 hours. Join the group so that you can join in the meeting, especially committees. So it's Movement Against Deception in the Church. I have pinged the information on the comment section of this page or of this video. Please go and join through that link. And also you can also join the page itself, Movement Against Deception in the Church. So that's the main announcement so that you can join us later. And also, if you haven't completed the form, please complete the form. The link to the form is also there. I've also pinged that. You can see the link to the form so that we would have your information and be able to send you anything through emails. So you wouldn't have to worry about missing any updates on the movement. So please do that as soon as you can. Thank you very much. Does anybody else want to speak before we go?
Read the comments.
Okay, guys, let me read this. Do you want to read it?
Okay, let me see. Be in your shoes.
Be careful.
Okay.
Okay, let me unping. So usually,
Alright.
should I help you phrase it up or
If you have the time.
have the time? Okay, let's start. So now,
Alright. Reverend Rosalind Price, thank you for the information, Queen Mayowa.
thank you, ma'am.
Patty Part says your skin is glowing, ladies. Thank you.
Keep
Thank
on.
you. Kuti say hello. Alright.
Yeah, I think you go from
Greetings, Nepa. Exactly, my brother. Your worst enemy can be your best tomorrow. You are right. That's from Gift. Reverend Wisdom Talk, right? Yes. Thank God. Emerson says, yes, our mentor always smile and in good mood, not like Daddy G.
I'm not laughing.
Oh my goodness, I'm sorry.
And some of the
And some of you people can read it yourself. Let's go. Okay, good afternoon, fam. By Patty. Fantastic Oriemi says, okay, you can. Ojo Pelumi says, I really need to listen to this again and again. Not only Ojo, but all of us, okay? Because there's some wisdom in here that we have to learn and implement in our own lives too. Mrs. Ojimadu, yeah, that's me. Repeat the name. There is huge blessing from God to us all. We don't have an excuse, maybe. Whatever. Yeah, so true, Queen Nikki. That's me. Thank you. Even the air is different. I'm telling you, DSS house is a prototype of heaven because there are a lot of reasons for that. Wow, it just says, only if we can all learn to appreciate each other, even. That's Reverend Rosalind. Hello, Queen Nikki and Queen Mayowa. That was Stella. Excellent. Thank you, Lord. Reverend Rosalind, appreciation and replication. Be like Jesus. Yes, all of us have to strive to be like Jesus. Reverend Rosalind says, he sees the best in you. I thank God I have a mentor and a role model. Yes, we all thank God for him. Hello, IB. Julie says, Reverend Rosalind said, 1 million bossa. For DSA, right. Christian leaders see everything as their right. Dr. Sunday is a blessing. You are right, ma'am. Okay, just one more fruit. Someone wrote there. Okay, someone is laughing. See the way you are acting here. I think it's talking to Babusha. Babo has DSA's expression. Oh, that's Samarachi Jerry.
That finally got pronounced.
Okay, Reverend Roslyn says, I am always driven to tears whenever he is so emotional. Oh boy, yeah, we all are. They're giving us tissue. Oh my goodness. I am grateful to see and know a man like him in my lifetime. Oh, that is so true. Okay, okay. DSA sees Christ in everyone. Yes, that's what he does. Oriyemi is clapping. Reverend Roslyn, you win an award today. You have like
the most comments.
Well, you commented most today.
Well done. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
It's on fire.
He is reaching leaders globally on how to be like Jesus. On how to be like Jesus, right? Someone is clapping. Again, Reverend Roslyn saying something. I am enjoying every bit of it. We are too. Okay. History makers training. That was Dr. Doyin. Okay. Reverend Roslyn again wrote something. Okay. Timilihin James. Please, what? Okay, someone has.
Okay, HMT is History Makers Training.
Right. Hello, good evening, Queens in Kira Mayowa. Sorry, I'm late. You're always apologizing for being late.
It's okay.
No, you always share, you know, so you go back and
watch.
It's
a video you can watch at any time.
Right.
Okay, guys. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we're going to close so that we can give you a break and we can have a little bit break as well because Dr. Sunday is coming back shortly, 9 p.m. Ukraine time to be precise. Please join us again. You know that this time at 9 p.m. is usually like wisdom, power, everything, liberation, everything time. I mean, and the topic at the moment is your church a cult or not? I mean, my eyes has been open, many people has been open, and we've been liberated over on this understanding. It's not that we're told, but we can reason ourselves because when we get the right information, it empowers us to have understanding. So that's what's happening right now, and we're really, really loving the liberation that we're gaining from this understanding. So please don't forget to join us. It's at 9 p.m. Ukraine time. It's about 47 minutes from now. And also, guys, if you want to join the meeting tonight at 12 midnight, which is the Movement Against Deception in the church, we have a meeting and it's going to be on Facebook. So you don't have to do too much. You don't have to go and get a device or log into anything else. Stay on your Facebook and join the group Movement Against Deception in the church. There's a group, there's a closed group, and there's also a page, but you need the closed group in order for you to attend and be part of this meeting tonight. It's for committees and anyone else that is interested in the committee activity, please join the group. It's going to be with Dr. Sunday. He's going to be sharing his strategy, his ideas with us, and everybody is welcome to comment as well. So there's going to be an opportunity for you to call in and speak via a conference call. So make sure that you attend. Don't miss out. And tell your friends to tell your friends and tell your friends. And we can all join this movement. And tell anyone you want to tell. So that's the Movement Against Deception in the church. That would be tonight at 12 midnight. So I hope to see you all. Thank you again for joining. I thank everybody for their comments and participation. Thank you so much. Thank you for Reverend Rotti for all the comments. Thank you for engaging with us tonight. Thank you so much. Pastor Nikki, Jimadu. Nobody called. We are saying thank you.
Yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in, and for the next program by 9, keep time in 40 minutes or so. Make sure you invite everyone, especially those you know that church have destroyed their lives, for them to learn, okay? Invite your pastors too.
Look at my
Let them
face.
come and hear, okay? So thank you so much for being with us. See
Thank you,
you
guys.
soon.
Mwah. Bye.
Bye.